Let me open this meeting with a few statements that I strongly believe. Nothing is more important than safety. It will not be compromised. Safety will be a key area of attention at all Bethlehem business units. The purpose of this meeting is to introduce an initiative to improve Bethlehem's safety process as part of achieving our objective of providing a safe workplace for all employees. This initiative was developed by a safety process improvement team made up of hourly and management employees and has my complete support. Also, as a result of the team's recommendations, we have put in writing our corporate safety and health philosophy, which I enthusiastically endorse. Nothing is more important than safety. We are committed to having the best safety and health performance in industry. Indeed, we are committed to the concept that all accidents are preventable. At the business units, you have the responsibility to manage the process to improve it at your locations. And all of us on the executive office staff will be actively and visibly involved to support you in your efforts toward being the best. Every job we do, we will do safely, and we will judge our actions and results by the best industry has to offer. These are not just words. They must be our way of doing business. We know that a safe operation is an efficient operation, and that safety and productivity go hand in hand. We're committed to compliance with all governmental safety and health regulations, and we know that we must have the full support and involvement of all employees, and I mean everyone, management, union, and each of you. Every employee has a right and responsibility for a safe workplace and the duty to work safely. Management of safety and health is ultimately a line responsibility. We will hold our managers accountable for their safety performance. Roger Penny will introduce some of the concepts of the safety process improvements. Roger?
As Hank has said, each business unit is responsible for improving safety and health performance. We can only do it by involving every employee and by effectively managing the safety and health process. Bethlehem has had a structured safety process for many years. We know that the core elements of the process work when they are performed and managed effectively. That requires teamwork. We need to be sure that we consistently perform the basics of the process, just like blocking and tackling on a good football team, if we are to see our performance become the best in industry. We know what needs to be done and how to do it. We can only do it by involving every member of the team from the shop floor to the top of the management and union team. So what's new and different about this safety initiative? For starters, and most significantly, it represents the first time that we have had a broad corporate joint union management team conduct an in-depth evaluation of what we, and I emphasize we, need to do to improve our safety performance. The team included the union safety representatives from each of our business units and a representative from the United Steelworkers of America International Health, Safety, and Environment Department in Pittsburgh. Second, we now have a jointly developed safety and health philosophy statement, which is strongly endorsed. We need to work together to make it a shared vision, one which every employee believes and practices. Please read it, spread the word, discuss it with your co-workers, and help make it a part of the way we all work and manage. Third, we will be revising the core elements of our safety process to recognize the need for total involvement in safety and health by all employees. Our most successful business processes are those where employees are fully involved. Fourth, we are establishing a regularly scheduled audit process at each location, including employee perception surveys to measure how well the core elements of our safety process are working. As a result of the audit, plans for continuous improvement will be developed. We will emphasize safety, performance, accountability at each level of the organization through the audits and our performance management process. In addition, we will be increasing the visibility of top management. We'll do this by increasing communication on safety, making plant visits, participating in the audit process, and investigating significant safety events. I urge each of you to become actively involved through the efforts at your operation, whether they be a joint committee, safety team, or partnership agreements. I assure you of my strong backing for your efforts. We need to take dramatic and bold steps in order to make quantum leaps toward becoming the best in class, the best in industry. We simply have no higher priority, nor should we be satisfied with anything less. We will have and must have the best safety performance in industry.
The United Steelworkers of America has always put the highest priority on the safety and health of its members, and indeed all workers who must risk their lives each day to earn a living for their families. Nothing is more important than the safety and health of Bethlehem workers, and it should not be compromised. I also believe that steel can be made in a safe environment, and that our union and its members will work at all levels with Bethlehem Steel to achieve that goal. After reading the recommendations of the Safety Process Improvement Team, I am in agreement with its findings that a work environment can be created that fosters union management participation and employee empowerment. It is also my belief that workers who perform their jobs can tell you more about making steel safely than all the engineers in a corporation. I was pleased to see that our International Health, Safety, and Environment Department and the union's full-time safety representatives from each of the business units were on the Safety Process Improvement Team and helped draft these recommendations. Involving the employees from the beginning will more likely lead to programs that are accepted by our members. Their involvement is critical to the success or failure of this program. It is my firm belief that any safety and health corporate program must start at the highest levels of management. Without this commitment, any program, no matter how well it's written, will ultimately fail. This program contains that commitment, but I have seen other programs that look good on paper but lack the long-term commitment of top management. Increasing the visibility of top management by making plant visits for safety, involvement in safety audits, and participating in the investigation of serious accidents will help in communicating their long-term commitment to this program. The Joint Union Management Process Improvement Team will continuously monitor the progress of their recommendations. This will act as a constant reminder to everyone that nothing is more important than employee safety and health. All accidents are preventable. Management and the union must share the task of preventing them. I am asking our members to cooperate with the Joint Union Management Safety and Health Committees by working safely and by reporting any unsafe condition or equipment as soon as possible. Our union is working very closely with Bethlehem to assure these new safety initiatives will achieve our goal of having the safest workplace in the industry. I would like to wish all employees of Bethlehem Steel the best of luck with this program. But remember, safety is not luck. Everyone must work together to succeed. Thank you.
About 6 months ago, the Safety Committee, which is comprised of myself, Frank Tobias, Jim Hickey, Jack Lee, decided to start developing Safety Begins Here 2, which we're at today. And with the help of our top union staff and the company jointly, we developed our SBH 2. I would like to introduce at this time Tom Birmingham. Tom is our division manager, and Tom is very committed to safety and feels very strong about safety training. As you all remember, our SBH 1, Safety Begins Here 1, ran for about 5 consecutive years, which all of us have been through. And of course, our Safety Begins Here 2, the new program, will probably run the next 2 or 3 years. Of course, I'd like to introduce Ralph Salazar. Ralph Salazar is the president of Local 2601, and Ralph is very committed to safety. He has endorsed this program, and as a matter of fact, Ralph, myself, and his top committee developed a major portion of this Safety Begins Here Too we're at today. It had a lot to do with it. So with that, I'd now like to turn it over to Ralph Salazar.
Okay, I'd like to welcome everybody to Safety Begins Here Too. The next several weeks is going to be a learning experience. I hope what you learn here you can take back and use in the workplace. I'd like to tell you a little bit how the union got involved in this. We felt that the workers should have more say in the safety programs that they have to live by. Through negotiations, the union company agreed to jointly develop an agenda that would address the problems of the workers. We hope this program is a start in the right direction. How good this program is depends on us, union and management. We need your input and your participation. We need to make this program work. Please ask questions. This is your program. At the end of the course, you'll be given a questionnaire. Please answer honestly what you liked and what you disliked. Thank you. Good luck. Enjoy the program.
Good morning. Welcome to SBH 2. You're the first class of the second volume of our never-ending journey to a safer plant. You just heard our three top leaders in our company, Hank Barnett, George Becker from the United Steelworkers, and Roger Penny, the operating president of our company, discuss their views on safety and how they are going to be pursued within Bethlehem Steel. You also heard Ralph state, and very important, that we have the support of our local union for any safety program. It is one of the things that we have, that if you remember what I said in SBH 1, that we have forgotten to include the union over all the years that I have participated in this company, and we are now going further, even up to the highest levels of our company, to change that. So it's very important that we have the high support and the local support, which we do with Ralph and with the rest of the officers of the local. Safety improvement performance, or safety performance improvement, I should say, shouldn't be a new concept to you since you've been involved in Safety Begins Here 1. Since that time, hopefully you went back to the plant and you participated with what you had learned in that class, and that you were more aware of safety in your day-to-day job. We believe our record shows some improvement from the days when we started SBH 1 till now. At the time we started, I believe we had 260 injuries that year in the coke plant alone. We've reduced that since that time to about 100 cases per year. We're kind of stuck there. We finished SBH 1, we're at 100 cases per year. We needed to do something. We debated it in the plant. At the same time, the joint partnership was negotiated at the corporate level. The Joint Safety Committee was developed at the corporate level. John Dimitrov was named to participate in the corporate evaluation by the union and management. The recommendations you heard on the tape, we came back here and we said, we think we're on the right track. We need more program, we need more communication, more education, and more teamwork. That's what we're here to start off again in SBH 2, to get more communication going, to get more education, and to get more teamwork so that we can jump off and get below this 100 clinic case level that we've been at for actually a couple years now. Our program then is really two-phased. One is that every employee should attend this program as soon as we can get it done. It will take a long time, but as soon as we can get it done. The second is to develop an action plan to comply with the recommendations that were uncovered in an audit. If you heard Roger Penny mention it, that intensive audits would be conducted at each plant. One has already been conducted here. It was 4 days, probably 12-hour days, if I'm not mistaken, for the people that participated in the audit. We have the results of that audit. We will be putting an action plan together to address the shortcomings in that audit. It will be a second phase of our improvement within the plant. The goal is simply to become the safest coke oven division in the industry. Two examples of plants that appear to be able to do this better than we are right now. Number one is a sister plant. It's the Burns Harbor Coke plant. They are operating at down around 50 to 70 injuries per year. Substantially better than we have been able to achieve. Another is a competitor, somebody we have to do business with or against every day out in the real world. The name of the company is Schloss Industries. They're located down in Alabama. I was just at a meeting last month with them, and they are very upset that they are not going to meet their 1994 safety performance goals. That by mid-May, that they had exceeded their goal for 1994. Their goal was 12 injuries, and they were at 12 injuries in May. So they set very lofty goals for their plant, and they're our competitors, and they're who we have to address ourselves to if we're going to improve our safety performance to those kind of levels. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our families, we owe it to our friends to come home safe every day from work. I wish you a lot of luck with this class. It's very important what you will learn here, and we hope you take it back and we become a safer plant. Thank you.